Today we are talking about selling your gym in the United Kingdom. And these are some pointers and maybe a bit of a guide on things to think about before you sell your gym. Selling a gym is quite hard, like selling any other private business. Private businesses tend to be quite illiquid. Meaning that, for example, if I hold shares in a public company, I can sell them instantly and get the money into my account within typically 24 to 48 hours. In commercial real estate, we are talking about half a year to a year maybe. Same with houses. If I own a property, I might sell it within a few months. But private businesses tend to be very, very illiquid. And that's something that I want you to know straight away. Private businesses are very illiquid endeavors. So anyway, getting into the first important thing when it comes to gyms is the churn ratio. Just like Netflix, just like something like HelloFresh, for example, the subscription service, like Whoop, the fitness band. What is your churn? How many members rotate every single month? How many members do you onboard every single month? And how many members leave you? And are you growing? Are you shrinking? Or are you staying level? And this is something quite important because churn sometimes cannot be avoided. But for example, do you have anything that is systematized whereby if I leave your gym, maybe you follow up with me and I might re-engage with your business? Maybe like a 20% off if you re-engage or if you resign with us within the next 3 months, for example. Anything that's going to add value to your gym is exponentially going to be a lot better for your gym, and it's going to help you sell your gym a lot faster. The second point is, do you have corporate clients or do you only operate B2C, meaning with the public, with the punters? Do you have any corporate clients that are tied up for longer period of times, or do you just have regular punters that come in and leave and you have the regular churn ratios of B2C businesses? If you have any corporate businesses or if you can do any Groupal classes to corporate clients, those might add value to your business. And then there's another sort of thing or interesting item that is for you to think about, and is the fact that, are you a commodity? And this is something interesting. Consumers are price takers, and essentially you are looking for a little bit of money from a lot of people on a regular basis. But the fact that you are, or you might be perceived as a commodity, might hinder your ability to charge more and to run a successful business. What do I mean? If my local council have a gym for £15, why would I choose to go to a CrossFit gym and pay £60 or £80 or £100? Why would I go to a jiu-jitsu gym and pay £100 or £50 where I can go to my local gym, your standard big box pure gym, for example, and pay a nominal amount, a very, very small amount? Why is that? Because your business, CrossFit, is different, is a brand, so people perceive it to be better. Same with jiu-jitsu, it's specialized. A boxing gym might charge you a bit more, or anything that's specific, a weightlifting gym, a powerlifting gym, anything that's niche, that's specific, anything that's performance orientated, anything that's geared towards a specific group of people, that might set you apart from others. And so Are you a commodity? Going back to the whole thing, if you are a commodity, it's going to be very, very hard for someone else to add value to the whole thing. They are going to have to rethink the whole gym concept and the whole way you do things. But if you can start adding value with specific packages or specific courses, weightlifting courses, powerlifting courses, strongman courses, I don't know, local competitions, whatever that might be, bodybuilding, whatever, I don't really care. Anything that's going to set you apart is going to be perceived better, and consumers are going to be willing to pay more because they perceive you as being different. And so that's something for you to consider. Another very important thing is, are you allocating cash correctly within your business? So in subscription businesses such as gyms, right? When, let's say, I pay my yearly membership in advance, that's not instant profit for you to take out of the business. So it's almost like a loan to your business or a promise to deliver a service, and that money is retained within the business until you have provided the service by the end of the year or at the end of the subscription service. And from there you need to expense out depreciation of equipment, gas, electricity, your wages, your employees' wages. All that conundrum needs to be taken out. So are you allocating cash properly, and do you know how cash works within your business? Because if your accountant or your bookkeeper is not keeping you in touch with how your gym works from an accountancy standpoint, someone who's external and is going to value the business and wants to buy the business, it's going to look at these things and make a distinction and actually look at these things. So whenever, think of a wedding business, for example. If I want to get married, I have to pay a deposit, and that might be a very substantial deposit, something like £5,000. But that £5,000 cannot be taken out by the owner of that business for them to spend it, because they haven't actually provided me with the service of the wedding. Your business is very, very similar in that regard. So you need to be expensing these things properly. You need to be doing these things properly. With gyms, I'll sometimes value a business, I'll sometimes value the gym, and it appears, or the owner tells me they are profitable, but in reality, the business has no profit due to this. Very, very interesting concept. If you have a subscription business, are you allocating capital properly? And are your P&L and balance sheet normalized? Are they adjusted? Something for you to think about. Is there market saturation in your niche or in your area? Gyms are very, very commoditized. They are everywhere. You turn the corner and there's another gym opening, or there's another gym closing, or there's always a high churn of gyms. So where you are, is there a market saturation? Is there market saturation, or is there not market saturation? If there is, how can you be different? I was talking to the owner of a gym who I helped sell his business, and at one point I said to him, well, you've got literally 3 other gyms within 200 yards from you. And he said, it's better for us. The competition is good for us. We have a very, very different proposition. It was actually a CrossFit gym. It was a franchise or a license. And very, very interesting, because he had carved a niche for himself, and any other competition didn't really resonate with him, because he knew what he was providing, and the gym was extremely busy, continues to be extremely busy. And that's because he is different in the eyes of the consumer, not you, not him. It's objectively different. So something for you to think about. Carrying on with the numbers, do you know your numbers? Do you know your gross margin? Do you know your net margin? Do you know your VAT liability on a quarterly basis? If I go in, do you know the value of your assets? Do you know the churn of equipment? Do you know how healthy is your balance sheet? Do you have any equity? How much debt is there in the business? Any bounce back loans, for example? All these things need to be dug out before you want to sell your business. Anyone who's wanting to buy your business, it's going to have a look at your numbers and it's going to ask you certain questions. What is your average lifetime spend per customer? Is it £200 or is it £50? Do people stick for 3 months on average or 18 months on average? Is your business predictable? Is your business unpredictable? All these things are very, very important and for you to think about. Another one is, and this is something underutilized because business owners get busy and gym owners do a lot of classes and preparation about the classes, and they try to run the business, but they don't really think about the marketing or the sales funnels. There's very few gyms where this has really made an appearance, in my opinion. What sales funnels do you have in place? And what products or services do you have in place? Not all customers are the same. What does that mean? I might be happy going into your gym twice a week and having a bit of a laugh, whereas someone else might want to radically change their life and might want to go to your gym 6 times a week, have a tanning twice a week, have a tan twice a week, take supplements, take this, take that, have massages, and completely remodelize their life. Those two customers need to be treated completely different, and the value of some of those high premium customers cannot be understated. If someone can leave you £200-300 every month, why wouldn't you want more of those? But this is something I do not see whenever it comes to gyms. Everyone gets the same treatments, everyone gets the same services, and this is something I do not understand. There's people with time and money and disposable income who just want more from you, and you're not providing that. So what can we do for those people? And that thing is really going to rocket fuel the value of your business. And then I touched on this before, and this is your CapEx and your CapEx cycle. So if you look at your inventory, your dumbbells and your machines and your Airdynes and whatever you may have in your business, things break all the time. Plates break, the pulleys break, or the wear and tear. All that needs to be changed. All that needs to be expensed. And there's a certain CapEx cycle. And you will have been hit with a £2,000 bill, a £40,000 bill, whatever that might be, and you were not anticipating that bill, let me tell you. So, do you know your CapEx cycle? Anyone who's going to walk into your gym is going to look at the equipment and see very, very quickly whether things need doing or whether the gym is in good nick. So by you understanding your stock levels, your CapEx and your CapEx cycles, that will definitely set you apart from other gyms whenever it comes to selling them. Gyms are some of the most unprofessional businesses that I have ever seen in my life whenever we talk about buying and selling them. It's not a sophisticated industry. It's a bit like bricklaying or painting and decorating, whereby if you have your business hat on and you have a business strategy and you are business and goal orientated, you can rocket fuel your business, and that business can be worth 5 or 10 times more than your run-of-the-mill regular gym or regular business, regular bricklaying business, regular painting and decorating business. We are in an unregulated market. You don't need Ofsted to come. There's no government approvals. It's a relatively low barrier to entry market whenever it comes to gyms. So it's important for you to be professional from now on and think like a business person would think, not like a gym owner who is working out all the time in the gym. You need to be thinking about, how can I improve the business? How can I get more people paying me more? How can I get the marketing funnel going? That sort of thing. The more professional you can be in this industry, the more you will be set apart whenever it comes to selling your business. And then there's another few considerations. These are rent and leases. Do you have any covenants, for example? Do you have to return the gym to form? Are there any dilapidations bills? Believe it or not, sometimes if you occupy, let's say, a warehouse, and the warehouse was intended for storing whatever, and it needs to be bare, and then you go in and spend £500,000 in new equipment, new whatever, solar panels, you install heating or air conditioning units, and you spend so much money, the landlord might have a clause in the contract that says that you have to return the warehouse to original form. So even though you might have spent so much money and you have, in your eyes, improved the whole value of that premises, you have to return that back to form, and you can actually lose a lot of money in the process. So if you have, or if you are going to have a big dilapidations bill, watch out, because you might. So I have seen this before, and this is something that is quite something. I've seen people hit with £200,000 dilapidations bills, £50,000 dilapidations bills. So yes, rents, leases, covenants, business rates, all that sort of thing, they need to be dug out. You need to inspect them. You need to understand your lease, and you need to read your lease. And the last but not least is going to be, who would buy this business? Would it be another person like yourself? Would it be someone else in your industry? Or is it someone else? Is it private equity, or is it an external investor? Whenever we talk about selling businesses, we always think about ourselves. We always think about the value of our business, when in reality, sometimes we need to be looking at, who would this business be for? So if you know anyone, maybe one of your competitors even, maybe a bigger gym who might want to expand their footprint, maybe you can approach them, and maybe you can be like, hey, I would potentially want to get rid of my business. Would you be interested in buying it? So rather than just opening it up and saying, I'm going to sell my business, and who wants it? can you actually identify any potential buyers? Can you sit down with them? Can you present them all the information, some of the things I have discussed with you here today? And can you sell it? Can you sell your business privately instead of going through a broker? Can you save yourself some money that way? I don't know. So who would buy your business? Whenever we talk about buying and selling businesses, we refer to them as targets, the target intended in the acquisition. So who are you the ideal target for? Very, very interesting. The main thing I want you to take away is that a business, a gym, is a cash flow machine. It's a money making machine. You put some money and some sweat equity into the business, and money comes out of the other end. And the more you put of this, the more it generates. That's what people are buying. People are buying the whole operation. People are buying the money your business generates. People are buying the cash flow it generates. They're not buying fancy equipment. They're not buying whatever else you think they are buying. They are buying a cash flow and a means of living. That's what they're buying. The first thing for you to do if you want to sell your business is to get your company valued, and to not use one of these calculators that you can get online. Those are completely useless. They don't adjust for anything. They're not industry specific. They're not sector specific. They won't tell you anything. You can't just multiply EBITDA by 5 and that's the value of your business. You need to value your business professionally. That's the first step. Why is that so important? That's so important because if I am another gym owner, or if I want to analyze your business and you say that your business is worth £500,000, I might see that your business is only worth maybe 350. And so by me not engaging in a conversation with you, you are going to become disenchanted with the whole thing and disillusioned with the whole thing, because 2 or 3 years are going to go by. The equipment is going to need replacing again, and you will have gotten no offers because you haven't valued the business properly, or someone else hasn't valued the business properly. And so if you want to find out the value of your business, please get in touch, mycompanyvalue.co.uk, or leave a comment below, or just ring us, and we will help you sell your business and value your business and be a sounding board for whatever you might need. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.